Before you get the jet or the yacht, you have to accept the risk.
I told you.
The worry.
This is absolutely devastating.
And the dirty work that comes with flipping. I was so broke when I got started, I actually lived in my mom's garage. But I took the gamble. And now I've put it on the line over 500 times to build a better life for my family. So new beginnings, our new home at the beach. Cheers, everybody.
Yay.
Now I'm out to help novice flippers who are ready to bet on themselves.
This is like the highest risk flip I've ever been involved in.
Together, we'll take the worst of the worst and fight like hell to make a mountain of money, turning them into the best on the block.
This should be closed off.
How do you figure that out?
Experience. That's why I'm here.
I'm headed to meet my newest flippers, Kevin and Brittany. 4 years ago, they took a gamble and they started flipping houses. Unfortunately, the real estate market is in pretty tough shape and they just bought their first $1 million flip. And on top of all that, it's also a hoarder house. So they're stressed out, they're nervous. So I'm heading out there to see how I can help. Look at that thing. Whew.
How's it going, Tarek?
Man, you guys bought
Hi.
yourself a fixer-upper, huh?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. I'm Brittany. Nice to meet you.
Brittany, nice to meet
Nice to
you.
meet
How you
you.
doing, Tarek?
Hey, Kevin, nice to meet you. I got here a few minutes ago. I was walking around. So my first question, how many houses have you guys flipped in the past?
About 10?
10,
Okay, so we have some experience.
a little
Yes.
bit.
Are you both real estate agents?
No, just his. He started buying and selling gold, and then from there we started buying and selling cars and flip cars. Then he's like, hey, I think I'm gonna try this real estate thing out. And I was like, okay.
This is great. So you flipped gold? I mean, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And on the 10 houses you guys did, I know we've been in a crazy appreciating market. How were the profits?
They were all good. We've been very fortunate. We got some good ones.
We've never had a project at this level, this big. I mainly stay home with the kids. We have 2 boys, 10 and 3.
That's a job. That's a full-time job.
That's my main priority, but on this house, I think we both want me to be a little bit more helpful and a little more hands-on throughout the process.
Is this
Yeah.
the worst one you've ever bought?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Well, this one was actually full of rats, the ammonia in the air. We had it open for about 2.5 weeks just so the house could breathe because the smell was so bad.
So this is a larger square footage project, a larger price project, a larger rehab project.
Yes.
Highest budget for sure. We bought it for $625,000. I'm hoping that the rehab will be around $165,000.
I haven't seen it. 165 is a hefty budget.
We've actually already spent $20,000 on the house just emptying the trash.
That doesn't include demo. That's just the trash
That's
out.
just the trash.
Wow, and is that 20,000 part of the 165 or is it a total of 185 now?
It's a total 165, hopefully.
Okay, so then we only have 145 to remodel.
Yeah.
He told me we had 165. He's trying to trick me already. What do you think it's gonna sell for?
We actually live right down the street, and there's a house on my street that just sold for $950 with the pool, and we're hoping to sell it for $950 to $1 million.
I mean, you are a real estate agent.
Yes.
So if those numbers are right, then if we do this house right, we fix it up nice, that should be the value in that range. I guess let's go look at this thing.
Let's
Let's do it.
What did you guys buy? Oh, this is a new smell for me.
Yes, rats.
Before, you couldn't even walk into the door. It was stacked all the way to the ceiling, all the way across.
Yeah, this is gonna be a fun project. You can tell this house needs a lot of love. So I'm noticing some roof leaks, but on the exterior, the roof looked like it was newer.
Yeah, I think the roof's about 14 or 15 years old. I think the old owner just never fixed it. At least that's what we're hoping for. Otherwise, I don't want to spend their 20 grand on a new roof.
Question, are you having a general contractor handle the construction?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, does this contractor have experience with flips?
Yes,
Yes.
He does. He's been doing all of mine. We walk through the property, we kick some ideas around, and I hit him with the per diem. Every day he's late, so we'll walk through and say, okay, this one's 75 days, and every day that he's late, he's gonna pay me $200. That way we keep him on schedule.
Sometimes contractors will pay a fee for running too long, but with this flip, it might not be a good idea. Pushing to finish fast is important, but Kevin and his team, they can't focus on speed over quality. In a $1 million property, cheap choices, they're just not gonna fly with buyers. Did something burn in here? Why is the drywall black?
So this is all rat trails. There was obviously like a cabinet or something there. So the rats, the fur from their coat, from running around the trails there and here as well. See, this is their feet running.
Oh my God. Did the contractor include all new drywall in the bid?
No.
I mean, honestly, looking around with the condition of the walls, I mean, this might be a full re-drywall.
Okay.
All right, well, let's get to work. So kind of tell me, what would you do in this space?
That's kind of where we're stuck, you know? We don't know what to do.
I'm not sure if we should take down this wall here.
You know, I like that. You can completely reconfigure this space. You can do a huge island, bar stool seating. It'll look really, really good.
Okay.
Okay.
So who normally takes on design on the projects? Who picks the materials? Who comes up with the layouts?
Normally, we let our contractor handle it all.
You do?
Yes.
Okay.
Usually it's just commercial grade, or at least that's all the projects that we've done. They've only been $500,000 to $875,000 rehabs.
One thing you guys are gonna need is high design. This isn't a house where you can let like the contractor go.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to be hands-on. Buyers expect nice countertops, nice backsplash, nice flooring.
Okay. Kevin always signs off on the least expensive materials. So I think I'm gonna have to take front in the design, because if we leave it up to Kevin, he's just gonna pick the lowest grade material, not what looks the best. We need to wow the buyers. This is one of our most expensive flips. So I think everything in this house needs to be a lot higher end than we're used to doing.
This is the primary?
Yes, this is the primary.
In here, we actually have a decent sized bedroom with it, which is great. I already know we're gonna have a real funky bathroom behind us based on this weird wall right here. There's a ton of space back here. This is where I'd spend some money, because kitchens, primary bathrooms, primary bedrooms, most important things.
Okay.
So we were thinking about removing this wall here
Okay.
and then turning this into the
Walk-in closet
yeah,
then?
walk-in closet.
Yes.
Bathroom on this side.
Yep,
Big shower, double vanity.
that's
Yes.
the plan.
You know, I like that. So to do all that work, probably looking about 15 to 18, somewhere in there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
This is another decent sized bathroom. It's good. Probably looking at about, 12 to 15,000. Oh, the graffiti room.
There was some needles sticking
And razor blades. And
sticking to the ceilings.
I've seen this in so many flips. And here, we pop some lighting in, retexture walls, paint it, new closet doors.
Okay.
Awesome.
And here, yeah, same thing, closet doors, paint, carpet, lighting. Wow, that is close to the house, huh?
Yeah, it is. I would prefer new tile, new plaster. I don't know if we could stucco the rocks or what we could do with them.
Did you get a bid for the pool yet?
Not yet.
No.
I think you guys could pull it off for 25 or less.
Yeah.
Okay.
But actually, where's the pool equipment?
Pool equipment's gone. Someone came and stole it.
Okay, so I'm thinking 30 or less. This is a big project back here, so we need to find someone fast.
Okay.
We need to get a detailed bid, because honestly, I've seen backyards go sideways real fast.
Okay.
It really, really can.
The pool is definitely going to push our budget. We only did one other pool before, and it was about $10,000, so $30,000 is definitely going to be a huge hit. We're going to have to pull money from other parts of the project in order to get this pool done.
You guys paid $625 for the house. You said the rehab budget was going to be $165. And did you get a loan on the property when you bought it?
Yes, the payment's about $4,000 a month.
I would say to get this house fixed up, staged, listed, sold, best case scenario, I'm thinking about 6 months. So we have $24,000 in carrying costs. Commission and closing costs when you go to sell the house is gonna be about $55,000, which gives us a break even of $869,000. If you guys sell it for an even million, you stand to make a profit of $131,000.
Yes.
That is pretty good. But, okay, here's the but. The rehab budget is already a little bit off, right? So you said 165, but you already spent 20 on the trash out,
Yes.
right? So that puts us back down to 145 left for the rehab. And then also the unknown is the drywall. If we have to re-drywall this whole house, that's gonna be thousands and thousands of dollars. So the scary thing for me is this. Inventory is growing, interest rates are high, buyers are selective, right? So if we really wanna get, $950 to $1 million, we're gonna have to knock this house out of the park.
I agree.
This is gonna be your first flip where you're really design focused. We have to make this house stand out. And the
Okay.
only way it stands out is if you put your stamp on it.
Okay.
I'm really worried that Kevin and Brittany, they don't really understand what $1 million flip is gonna need. They can't just leave decisions to their contractor and put in commercial grade materials. If they wanna max out their profit, they're gonna have to be hands-on with every single choice, because you gotta spend money if you wanna make money. This house has to be perfect for buyers.
Taking down the wall in the kitchen took care of most of the rat damage. So to save money, we are going to remove any other stained areas in the house and patch it with drywall instead of redoing the entire house.
All right, let's see it. The wall is gone.
Kinda.
Yeah, what is this?
I said the same thing.
Why is there a beam in the middle of the house?
Because our contractor was too cheap to take it out.
It's not a beam, it's a post. It's a
Post,
post.
Or a
beam,
post.
whatever.
Well,
I
actually,
don't like it.
you're wrong.
yeah,
There's
no,
a beam
yeah.
and there's a post. Why didn't that go in the ceiling?
Yeah, the contractor got an earful on that one. I wasn't very happy.
He said that the engineer said that we got to leave this post here.
I mean, no.
That's what he said.
I mean, they build houses all the time with big open floor plans, so that's actually wrong. Maybe it was more expensive. Did he give you an option to charge you more to put it in the ceiling?
No.
No.
Definitely a conversation you need to have with them. I'm guessing that the deal that Kevin has with his contractor to stay on schedule is the real reason the post and beam weren't removed, because it would definitely extend their timeline. Brittany and Kevin need to stay on top of their contractor so mistakes like this don't happen again. What are you guys doing for kitchen then?
The kitchen's gonna be L-shaped with the refrigerator in the corner.
Okay, so kitchen's going that way, and then you have a big island running this way.
One big
Yes.
item.
Okay, I like that then. Are those materials?
Yes, those are materials.
Look at that. That is fancy.
Luxury vinyl floors throughout the house. What do you think?
These are pretty nice.
Yeah. The kitchen, I believe, it's going to be tile.
I definitely wouldn't do that. Look how big this space is, and if you were just to tile the kitchen, it's gonna feel like a box. I think it could look a little bit weird, but what do you guys think?
No, I agree. It's gonna make it seem like it's one smaller room when we want it to all flow.
Yeah. So I actually love this flooring. I like the color, I like the weight.
They're waterproof.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. So they can go in the kitchen?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love the cabinets. This is probably my favorite. What is this?
That's porcelain. And that's gonna be for the counters as well as the backsplash.
I love it. So who actually designed it? Was it you guys or was it the contractor?
We followed your instruction and took the initiative on this one.
I'm a huge fan of this design.
I'm glad Tarek likes my designs, but Kevin is not on board with going high-end yet. So I picked a less expensive porcelain counter because I knew Kevin wouldn't be fully on board with something more high-end, so I tried to keep it in the middle. Tarek's gonna need to help me push Kevin in the bathroom designs to get him a little higher end.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey Tarek, how are you?
I'm good. I'm just at my office in Anaheim. What are you guys doing?
We're just calling because we're getting a little frustrated here. We're having some issues with the contractor.
Uh-oh, what's going on?
He's not wanting to remove the post and the beam.
Okay, well, what's he saying exactly?
He's saying that it's gonna take a long time because of the engineer and the city and all of that.
Okay, so have you guys went back and looked at the bid?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so did it say removing a wall or did it say removing a wall and leaving a post?
Just removing the wall.
Well, there you go. Fire back at him. Like, seriously, he has to remove that. If he put it in the bid, if he put it in writing, he's a licensed contractor. You guys are the clients. You hired him. He is responsible.
Yeah, I think what it is, you know, we have a per diem and I think it's getting close. And he doesn't want to go over and have to pay us.
So 100% this is on him. And if there's gonna be delays, that's because he should have started this on day one. What if we said, okay, he needs to cover the cost of removing the wall, sticking it in the ceiling and removing the post, and then give him a 2-week extension on the per diem.
That sounds fair.
It seems like this is a recurring issue, like it's happened in the past where the contractor goes off and he kind of does whatever he wants, right?
Because Kevin's always given him full range to just do whatever he wants.
If you want to scale this thing, you have to have control over the business.
I'm going to give him a call right now.
All right, guys, well, call me if you need anything else.
Will do. Thank you.
All right.
Hey,
What's up, guys?
how are you?
Hey, the house is looking better.
So what do you think?
Kitchen's in. Oh, look at that fireplace.
So we ended up going with limestone for here.
Was it in budget?
Not according to Kevin.
Not according to Kevin. There's only one thing I'm still noticing.
Yes,
What do you think that is?
the post.
What happened to the T here? I thought you guys were gonna talk to the contractor.
First he said he's going to pick it up, but leave the post. So we kept giving him a hard time to say, hey, well, there's no purpose to take it up if you're gonna leave the post.
Yeah.
So after going back and forth and giving him such a hard time, he said he's going to take it up.
Just gonna remove it.
Okay, all right. Flooring is done. Actually love that flooring. So what are they gonna do about the flooring around the post? Is that included in 3,500? Because they're gonna have to pull up some of those pieces and reinstall.
He said everything was included.
Yeah, that was my first thing that I asked him. I said, well, if there's already a beam there and you're putting the floors already, dude, what are you doing? He said, don't worry, we'll handle it.
I think Carlos put the floors in because he was hoping that we would forget about the post in the middle of the room, and we're not. It's gonna come out. It needs to come out.
We need to talk about this yard.
Go ahead, Kevin. Tell Tarek what happened.
So what we did was we sent a guy over here to give us a bid, and he gives me a bid for $22,500. I text the guy, hey, what does it include? And he didn't respond. And then the very next day, he calls me and he said, hey, I'm here working, but I have a few questions for you. And I had to tell him, hey, hold your horses. You know, I haven't hired you yet. And by the time I got here, he already had all this rock already wrapped, ready to.
Chicken wire. Oh, I see. So what was he gonna do? Was he gonna stucco everything?
He was gonna do like some type of rock formation.
Okay, so then they'll make it look like real rocks, and then they'll stain it, they'll faux finish it. So he just came to the house, started working, which is a liability for you, by the way, because if he got hurt, you're liable, it's your property. What he was probably trying to do was peer pressure you guys into hiring him before you actually agreed on terms. So is it safe to say you're not working with this person?
Most likely not.
Most likely, okay. You guys find a replacement yet?
We're still working on it.
I can tell you right now, it is tough finding pool contractors. And when you find them, they are charging so much money. So my suggestion, pull out your cell phone when you get home, look through everyone you know, and start thinking about people that might know people, and really look for a referral.
Okay.
Today, we're designing primary bathroom, right?
Yes.
Okay, what are we doing exactly?
Flooring,
Shower,
and then try to maybe find like an accent wall for behind the vanity.
Okay, what colors are we thinking?
I don't know. We'll see what catches my eye.
You don't know yet,
I don't
huh?
know yet.
Brittany's been spending a ton of money on materials, so I have to get her to stick to the budget today.
So let's start with behind the vanity first, because that's like our accent wall. So really, it's down to these three.
I really like this one, but in matte.
Uh-oh.
$20 a foot.
Eesh.
Can't cheap out in the bathroom. That's like cheaping out in the kitchen.
I don't know about that.
I've been flipping houses a long time, and I've done builder grade materials, and then I started customizing houses myself. And here's what I've learned. Yes, you are gonna spend more money, right? If you overdo the entire house, then you're gonna lose money. But in a situation like this, it's only one bathroom, one wall. You're probably going over budget about $1,000. And if you put materials like this in there, I really feel like you're gonna get a return.
I know it's just one wall, but I'm used to choosing builder-grade material to save money and stay on budget. Spending more to make more, it's hard for me to swallow.
Like that might be the selling point.
Yeah.
Somebody might walk in and be like, wow, look at that wall.
Well, I usually just let my contractor, he has a very, very good eye, and I just send him, and he handles it all for me. It's a lot less stress.
I understand it is a big change. You're used to having your contractor pick the materials. They're usually contractor grade, and now you're grabbing the bull by the horns. You're designing yourself. So I know it can be a little bit shocking. So just bear with me. Once the house is done, you'll understand why we paid more money.
Okay.
For the shower walls, this is the option you both like.
That's the only option we like.
I think it's really neat, actually, and it does look kind of like wood. So these two go together really, really well because they're both lighter materials. The floor options, we have this one, and this one.
Yes.
This one is kind of cool, though. Imagine all three.
No, I think after looking at it, I think we should just go bold on the wall and not too bold on the floor. I like this one.
Actually, that kind of has a spa vibe going to it, right?
I think it'll look good, especially if we have like a gold tone fixtures.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
heck
can
yeah.
add your gold on the fixtures.
I think it would all tie together, and I think it would come out awesome. Are we sold here?
I'm sold.
I guess I'll bite the bullet and pay the $20 a foot.
All right.
Along with our flipping business, we also want to do rentals. So when the house next door to us went up for sale, we bought it. We're updating everything but struggling with design. Kevin wants everything to be cheap and I really want it to look nice. So we picked a bunch of materials for the kitchen and we asked Tarek to stop by and help.
You two have a long commute to work today, huh?
Yeah.
You guys do live literally next door.
Yeah.
Right? All right, you gotta show me this thing.
Okay.
So what are you guys thinking design-wise? Because, I mean, it's not a flip, it is a rental.
I think that's where we're kind of stuck. I think if it was up to me, I would want to go with the higher end finishes and Kevin, not so high end.
I'm still a little undecided. In 10 years, it'll be outdated if we got to redo it again.
If we choose the right materials, the house should be fine for many years. And then another thing to consider as a rental, you know, things get damaged, right? So we want to go with more durable materials. So this is marble, right? I would never put this in a rental because it's gonna get beat up, stained, trash, like not gonna work.
Okay.
This one's quartz, yeah?
Yes.
I mean, it looks great, it's gonna last forever.
Now you're talking Kevin's language.
100% I'd go with a quartz. Backsplash, do you know how much the subway is?
I think it's about $3 a foot.
How about the gold and white?
$15 a foot.
Oh, $15 a foot.
5 times more.
Which one do you like?
I like the gold accent.
I like the cheaper one.
He just likes it because of the price.
I thought he was gonna say he likes the gold because the chain.
I know. Yeah,
You guys have those big chains on. I need to get one of those, Kevin.
Yeah, I got you.
I got like a baby chain.
I'll take you downtown.
He got a good jeweler.
All right. The good thing about the Subway, it's in budget, and that look is timeless, which means it's gonna be around forever. So you don't have to worry about changing it. And 5 years from now, the backsplash gets damaged, it's gonna be really hard to replace it with the gold and white one where you can go to any store and get Subway.
We didn't think about that.
I would definitely go with the Subway tile. I wouldn't go with the gold and white.
I agree with you. I think we should stay away from this and do something a little bit more timeless just so we're not having to redo it.
Okay.
So I think Kevin's gonna win on his backsplash.
Well, we definitely have some things to talk about.
We wanted to talk to you about some landscaping.
All right, well, we still need to talk about some pool. All right, what's going on with landscaping?
We're planning on planting some seed in the front in the next 2 weeks.
Okay, so in the front, the plan is just putting seed down and hopefully the grass will grow.
It's summertime.
Exactly, it's summertime. We're in a drought and they're limiting watering. So how are we gonna get a yard? Here's the trick. You can actually buy grass seed that grows like 5 times faster than normal seed.
Okay.
Yeah. So look into that. Talk to the landscaper. There's one across the street mowing the lawn right now. You can probably go talk to him. Back here, what are you guys thinking?
I think that these trees have to come down and then maybe just plant some grass or some nice flowers, colorful. Let's make it colorful and nice out here.
I'm definitely not an expert in landscaping.
And that's the thing. I don't want you guys to be an expert at landscaping. I want you to hire the experts that know about landscaping. So honestly, you shouldn't even be making the decisions whether you want to keep the trees or take the trees out. What you need to do is get a landscaper out here, walk the yard, say, what would you do? Trying to save money and make it look nice. He might say trim up the trees. He might say add mulch to the planter beds. He might say take out the trees. So you got to get feedback from the landscaper. But here's a concern, like we're talking about landscaping, right? Did you guys find someone to do the pool?
A lot of people, you know, are flakes. They don't want to call us back or their prices are crazy.
What's going to happen if the house is done, the pool's not done, right? I mean, we are in a changing market.
This is my first time in my real estate career that I've gotten a little worried.
Yeah, well, I mean, you should be worried.
You know what it's looking like? The guy who just jumped up and started working, he might be the guy.
I'm a big believer in giving second chances. The good thing is he was eager to work. The bad thing is he did it without your approval. If his price was good and he's communicating and like if you guys can have a conversation, we're moving forward, you know exactly what's going on, maybe give him another shot because we got to get going.
Yeah. We reached out to the original contractor, like Tarek said. I want to modernize everything and get rid of those lava rocks, but the cheapest way is to stucco over them. So obviously that's what Kevin wants to do. So I'm really hoping it turns out okay. There's still no news when the beam and post can come out, so we're gonna focus on the bathrooms this week. In the hall bath, I wanna keep it as neutral as possible, so I'm going to install a simple white shower tile.
That looks awesome.
Oh, really?
You guys don't like that?
I wanted like a clean white finish, and it just, I don't know, it's not giving that.
So you thought like all the tiles were gonna be cohesive?
Yes.
All 100% white.
That's actually just the style of the tile.
Really?
It's like a distressed Moroccan tile. So the whole idea behind it is it's not perfect.
Okay.
And that's actually a really popular trend right now.
I was gonna have him rip it out.
If you guys were to rip all this out, you know, you're talking thousands of dollars.
That option's out the window.
So just keep it.
I think you have to keep it. Buyers are gonna like it.
Well, I'm gonna trust you on this one.
Yeah, I've done a house or two.
This is the first time that Kevin and Brittany have designed a space themselves, so I understand why they're questioning it. But if there's one thing I've learned in all my years of flipping, things don't always come out the way you think they should. It's important to know when to rip it out and when to leave well enough alone.
Man, that's a big old shower.
Should have seen it yesterday, giving the contractor a hard time because a little tiny chip.
Yeah, well, you know what?
Well, we're paying a lot of money. I feel like it should be.
I agree with you. This is right here at top of the shampoo niche. So what is everybody gonna see every day when they're showering? The chipped corner.
Yeah.
So yeah, little things like that, I would fight for that. What do you feel about the overall look?
I really like it. I think Kevin likes it too, right?
I love the walls. I just don't like the floor tiles.
What do you like about them?
I felt that those floor tiles were fine for here, but inside the actual shower, I'm just not used to it flowing. I'm used to having something a little different, you know?
Got it. So I think we're gonna have to wait and see it all done.
Yeah.
But I do like that you're using the same material for the bathroom floor as the shower pan, because it's gonna feel just like a hotel where like all the tile is similar and it just runs, right? And also it's not gonna break up the spaces. So I think it looks good. Right now it's hard to like visualize where it's gonna go. I think once you get the vanities in, countertops, sinks, faucets, mirrors, everything, I think it's all gonna tie together.
So what do you think about this wall here?
I don't like it. Kevin had this brilliant idea to add a partition wall in the entryway. The contractor showed him how he can do it with some cheap wood slats, so Kevin went for it, anything cheap.
I'm home.
Hi.
Tarek.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
How are you?
Love the new front door, by the way. When I walked up, it looked super, super nice.
I don't like it.
What's wrong with it?
You know why? We discussed a double door, like we had.
Oh.
We showed up and it was already in.
I mean, it's not bad, but I think it's just not what we discussed, so I'm kind of like, ugh.
Okay, how did that happen then with the communication with the contractor?
I think, you know, once you start nearing the end of the project, he's trying to stay on budget. I think he just takes it upon himself.
To make the changes without consulting us first.
I'm not sure if double doors are more expensive or not.
Okay, so, I mean, I don't hate the door. I think it looks good. Honestly, it's not worth the hassle to even replace it at this point because it works.
Switching the door now, it's not worth the time and money, and it looks fine. The bigger problem is Carlos making decisions on his own without consulting with Brittany and Kevin. And that's not okay.
This is different.
That's Kevin's design.
It kind of blocks your view to the kitchen. And I don't know what I'm looking at, but it looks like I'm still looking at a post. So I got post, big post.
That's how I feel.
I'm sorry, Kevin. I think it's a cool idea, but I think it closes off the house.
Yeah. What should we do?
Take it out.
Well, let's leave it for now. Let's get rid of that post. Let's finish the house, even get it staged. And if we feel like it still closes off the floor plan, that's an easy fix.
Okay.
So what do you guys think of the kitchen?
I like the kitchen. I love the colors. I like the island.
But I started looking at it real closely and I'm like, this isn't porcelain.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this doesn't look like the countertop you guys went with.
Nope.
This one's quartz, yeah?
Yes.
So I called him up and I said, hey, what's going on? Where's the porcelain at? He said, oh no, that was just the look. We weren't going with porcelain. I'm like, no, you told us we're going with porcelain and this is what we got.
Honestly, it's not worth the hassle to even replace it at this point because it works, but it's not what you want. And so again, we just need to make sure we're communicating with the contractor and be very specific with your notes and of exactly what you want.
Okay.
Kevin and Brittany called me, and there's been another big miscommunication with Carlos. They're on the way to my office right now because we have to get to the bottom of this. The reason I wanted you guys to come down today is because you both seem very frustrated. Not only like with the project itself, but also with the contractor.
I agree. I think we've had quite a few problems.
Cracked tiles in the primary shower. He installed a single door instead of a double door at the front door. He left a post in the middle of the room, and he left a beam hanging from the ceiling.
Well, he finally finished the kitchen cabinets, and Now there's a space for the stove. It's supposed to be 32 inches, and now I got about a 36-inch stove, which is $2,000 or $3,000 more.
Okay, so he didn't measure right.
No.
No.
I think what the problem is occurring is that he's always had free reign to do whatever it is that he's wanted. And so now that we're coming in and we're being a little more picky, he doesn't like it. And he thinks that he's gonna just come in and continue to do what he wants.
Okay, so one of two things gonna happen. One, he's gonna change with you guys, or two, you need to find a new contractor. So before we find a new contractor, let's see if he's willing to change. You wanna give him a call?
Yeah, let's give him a call.
All right, let's call him up. It's Carlos, right?
Carlos.
Yes.
Hello.
Carlos.
What's up, Kevin?
Hey, Carlos, what's up?
Hi.
It's Brittany.
Hey, Brittany, how are you?
I'm having a little bit of a problem. I feel like we're running into a lot of issues, and every time we bring them up to you, I feel like you're not taking us serious, especially with that beam.
Well, I had already talked to Kevin already about it. That's gonna get done too, Brittany.
But I feel like you always say it's gonna get done, and then every time we walk in, nothing is getting done. And then what was the issue with the stove over in the kitchen?
What's the issue with the stove?
Well, you measured wrong. At first, you told us it was just gonna be a standard 32 inches, and then we get there and it's 36.
Yeah, just buy a 36.
36-inch stove is, I think it's a couple $1,000s more at least, right?
It's a little bit more, yeah. It's a little bit more, a 36-inch. It's 100% my mistake, but I'll eat the cost if I have to. So.
Hey, what's going on, Carlos? This is Tarek. I'm friends with Brittany and Kevin. Do you think some of these mistakes are made because of lack of communication, or are they just mistakes?
Lack of communication, most of them.
Okay, so what do you need from these two in order to have a smooth project?
We could schedule a meeting with them too, and just go over every little thing you throw out the house. I'll make a list about the things that's left, so we could go over it with them.
Perfect.
What time are you available tomorrow to meet?
Let's say about 8:30.
That sounds good. I think we have quite a bit to talk about.
Okay, brother. Then we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
So here's what I think we need to do. At the end of this project, if he doesn't do every single thing he said he was gonna do, it's time to find a new contractor.
Yeah.
You need a contractor you can rely on.
Yeah, because he's not the person right now.
So tomorrow, you're gonna go meet with him, walk the property, and for some reason he doesn't show up tomorrow, you call me right away.
Okay.
Okay.
After our phone call with Carlos, our communication has really improved. We're meeting once a day to discuss progress and video calling before anything gets installed. So we did talk through a plan for the posting beam, and he's actually gonna start that right away.
All right, well, you guys made progress, but I mean, it's still disaster back here.
A little bit.
So this is the guy that did everything for the good price, right? That came and started the work, and then you fired him. Or no, you never hired him.
We never hired him?
You
But we fired him, yes.
Okay. So honestly, like standing here now looking at this, it's not the most beautiful rock work, but from what it was to what it is, I think it made it a long way.
Man, that ugly rock was killing me.
Is this fire pit gonna be functioning?
It's supposed to be, yes.
Okay, and then would this be for the pool tile?
Yes.
These two are my favorites. Here, what are your favorites?
This is my favorite.
I really, really like the look of this one. Okay, so how much more time do we have back here? What's the pool guy saying?
So it was supposed to be done in a week. I went down to the city to pull a permit. And apparently you can't just pull a over-the-counter permit. You have to go through planning first.
So how long is that gonna take now?
They said that they technically have 30 days to approve it.
All right, well, it might be time to go down to the city and start begging.
Yeah.
Because we gotta finish this backyard.
Yeah.
The timing of this, it just couldn't be worse because the market is just shifting so fast. They should be working double time to get things done, but instead, they're at a dead stop. Kevin needs to step up, take charge of the situation, and really get things done.
I went down to the city and I finally got them to approve my pool permit. So I'm excited to get the show on the road.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, how are you?
You doing, Tarek?
Good. How's the house looking?
It's about 90% done. We really want to get this rental on the market as soon as possible. So we asked Tarek to help us figure out how much we should list it for.
You got the flooring done. So this is the kitchen. I like the black countertops, but didn't we choose something different?
Kevin wanted to switch it up because we never go dark. We usually stay with the lighter colors.
I think it looks great. Okay, so we're gonna have to come up with the lease price today, right?
Yes.
Have you guys looked at the rental comps yet?
I know, Kevin, you were looking at them.
Other houses in the areas are going for 3,400 to 3,700, so I figured this one remodeled should go for 3,500 bucks.
Have you guys ran an inventory to see how many are actually active for lease versus how many have leased?
Not really.
There's no inventory, so which means there's gonna be a ton of demand for this house. If there was other homes for lease in this neighborhood, the value of the lease is gonna be lower, right? Since there's nothing available, we have a bunch of demand. So, I mean, I think we do have a shot of pushing the envelope maybe as high as $4,000 a month.
4,000 a month?
Yeah. Another strategy could be we come out at $3,500 a month and create a ton of demand, and the house goes to the highest bidder, just like a house when you're selling it.
We should try that.
Me too.
I'm super happy that we might get more for a rental, so I'm gonna let Brittany focus on the rental while I finish the flip. It's extremely important to get this flip on the market because the interest rates are climbing daily.
What's up, buddy?
What's
How's it
up?
going? Oh my gosh. This is the most exciting moment of my life. The post is gone.
It looks way better.
Like night and day, right?
Looks good, huh?
Hey, yeah. And this actually, it works.
It works, huh?
It works, yeah. The space is gorgeous. I love how the kitchen lays out. Even the backyard. You remember this place? It was a mess. So $625 purchase price. How much did we actually spend on the construction?
200,000.
Okay, so we went 40,000 over. Do you know where that money went?
The trash out, the pool, and appliances.
We thought the carrying costs were gonna be 24,000, which was 4,000 a month. You guys got the job done a little bit faster. So best case scenario, I think we have 5 months at 4,000, which is 20,000 in carrying costs. Commission and closing costs when you go to sell the house is gonna be about 55,000. So our break even is gonna be 900,000. Yeah. So what are you guys thinking about listing it for?
Brittany and I talked, and we were thinking about listing it at $1 million.
Have you ran the comps?
Yes.
Nothing is near $1 million. I'd probably list at 899.9 and try to get a bidding war and try to sell between 9 and 950. You're looking at me like I'm crazy.
My gut says I'm gonna sell it for $1 million.
And listen, if you wanted to try it for like 2 weeks, test the market, see what happens. I mean, I think I'd be open to that. I hope you sell it for $1 million. I would be so happy because you guys spent a lot of time here. And the house came out great. And unfortunately, the interest rates went up, the market slowed, but you guys did a really good job here. So pop these in. The buyers are gonna give us some honest feedback.
I'm excited to see what they gotta say.
So you're excited though. What are you most nervous about?
The pool?
No, I'm curious to see what they say about Kevin's slats that we don't.
Oh, the wood slats by the door?
Yeah.
Just hope we get some good feedback on price. Okay, we got our first couple.
Looks like a privacy fence, but it's not too private. What do you think about these colored garage doors?
Not my preference.
I don't know about these two. They don't seem to like the house very much, and they haven't even got inside yet.
I do like the trim color. Huh. That's
Interesting.
nice.
The rock is kind of a little...
The rock is a little too much.
Wow.
Beautiful, huh?
Yeah.
So look-
Do you like it?
I don't know.
don't.
Yeah, it kind of looks old.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, Kevin, I don't think she likes your slats.
Oh.
I told you.
I don't think that they're hip to the new style.
Oh, God.
I love the door.
Yeah. Nice and open. I really like this, what is this, a partition here? This wood one?
I like it too.
Oh, she likes Kevin's partition.
I like the fireplace. It's very, very nice.
I probably would have done a different color, something a little darker, just to give it a contrast.
Oh, wow. I
That's
like
big.
the counters.
I like the
pretty.
open space, huh?
Look at that. Where he's standing, there used to be what, Kevin?
A big pole.
Both. It looks completely
Way better.
different.
It's worth it.
Really nice island. We have the waterfall
The
sides.
sink.
One thing I do love, though, babe,
Yes.
is this stove. It's really nice.
I hope so. It was expensive.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, there you go. I don't know what this was here, but maybe it's a fire pit.
It looks like it.
Yeah, but it looks like it needs some work.
So when's that thing gonna be done? Because we are for sale.
We just have to buy what, the glass or the rock?
All right, yeah, we want to take away every single complaint of a buyer before they get to the house. That way it's all positive thinking.
Okay.
So next time, rocks first, then open house.
It needs a little bit of little work around the concrete. Rocks could use a new paint job.
Better than the old rocks, that's for sure.
Oh my gosh, night and day.
This is the primary room. Oh, wow. Look at the closet.
Wow, let's see the texture of this. Oh my God, touch it?
Yeah?
Yeah,
You like it?
different. Really,
Yeah,
really.
that's pretty. Where's the toilet paper
yeah.
holder?
I would prefer the tile to be a little bit more ornate.
Just not our cup of tea.
Oh no.
Don't like the floor.
And buyers are pickier than ever right now too. You notice that?
This wall is pretty cool, though. I like that, with the round circles on it.
See, I think it was good, Kevin.
Yeah.
We went with the tile.
I think it was worth the money.
This is cute little bathroom too.
Ooh.
Like your favorite flooring, same one.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
like it.
Tell her for full price offer, we'll change the tile.
Yeah, we will.
Brass, okay. Very well done. You got similar pulls to the kitchen. I like that.
This is nice. The
Yeah.
tile.
Are you guys happy you didn't rip it out?
Yeah. It saved me money.
This is
Standard.
standard.
Oh. Oh yeah.
I mean, I guess they're regular size rooms, huh?
They're regular
But they're nothing
size.
special. They're not that big.
No.
For $9.99, $1 million, babe. I mean, you know, with interest rates right now at 7%, you have to really, really take a look and make sure that this is even something we could do, you know?
Yeah, I think it's priced well. However, the market's a little different today, and I think we can probably get a bit of a slight discount, in my opinion.
So it seems like the feedback we got today is that we're overpriced. We got to be prepared to lower pricing.
We'll wait a couple weeks, see where it goes, and then I think we'd have to reconvene it then and see what we're gonna do.
This wasn't an easy flip. You know, the inside of the house was a disaster. It was your first time tackling a pool. We had some struggles there. But if you continue to operate the way you operated this project, I think you're gonna get in trouble. There are some changes you need to make. Number one, we have to fix the communication. You have to make sure that the contractor knows exactly what you're expecting. Two, you need to be more hands-on.
We're gonna work on that, work on communicating better with the contractor and communicating better with each other, and maybe hiring somebody else.
I really like the guy and I like his work, but if he can't have a smoother, less stressful process, then I'm gonna have to go with someone else.
Let me ask you this. Would you feel confident with this contractor flipping $3 million homes at a time right now?
No.
Do you want to flip $3 million homes at a time?
Absolutely.
The only way you can grow your business, the only way you can scale is by working with the right people. So as painful as it is, you just got to pull the plug and you got to move on. It's going to exponentially improve how you operate the business.
We really appreciate all of your time, your energy, your efforts dealing with us.
I really appreciate your time, Tarek. Thank you so much.
Brittany and Kevin really stepped up on design, and if they can get their contractors on track, they'll be able to finish even faster on the next project. They hit a home run at their rental, leasing for $3,900 a month. And at the flip, after several weeks on the market with no offers, they've lowered the price to $960,000, which if they sell, leaves them a profit of $60,000. Not bad for new graduates of Flipping 101.